whole country. This is Jeremiah 49:15. It says, "For lo, I will make thee small among the heathens and despised among men." How are you gonna make them small? America's gonna be made small because America's not gonna be. They're one nation with nuclear missile capabilities, but all these other nations are developing that technology and have those missiles on hand, and they got them within their stock, so they can. So all these other nations pointing missiles at you. You only have a certain amount of defense missiles. You only have a certain amount of defense. Your defense system that can shoot down these missiles, but you don't even have enough missiles to set to shoot back at all these countries that has this nuclear capability, that has ICBM missiles directed at you. It says, "Thy terribleness had deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart," they say your terribleness have deceived. You've been so terrible, thinking that you the big bad wolf, or you're the king that can't be touched. So you be terrible to all these people, but that's deceiving you because you never thought that these other nations will be able to fight you back. So you've been deceived because of your pride. Thy terribleness had deceived thee, and the pride of thine heart. O thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, that holdest the heights of the hills. Though thou shouldest make thy nest high as the eagle, I will bring thee down from thence, said the Lord. Also Edom shall be a desolation, and every one that goeth by shall be astonished, and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof. So how people are going to go by, because this place is going to be a desert wilderness, and no need to come here, but the satellite's going to catch that. They're going to see, all the other nations going to see America destroyed via satellite, and it's going to be televised on your television. That's how people going to see it, and they're going to hiss and like, and then the scriptures tell you in Revelation 18 that the merchants, all these other countries that do import exports with America, is going to be they're going to feel that. Because it's going to dig out their pockets. They're going to say, what great nation is this? Who we going to deal with now? So the next scripture, matter of fact, give me a moment. Here we go. All right, this is Job 20 and start at verse 23. This is when he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. And that's talking about when he's about to fill his belly, when he gets to damn near to the try to get to the height of his new world order. When he's going to be chipping people, he's going to be putting people in concentration camps. He's going to try to put people back into slavery. That's him being the 1%, and everybody else is known as the poor, right? The lower class. He's going to try to have complete dominance and rulership by making everybody, chipping everybody, and making them subject unto him and his new world order. It says, he shall flee from the iron weapon, and the bow of steel shall strike him through. Because you're going to try to protect your kingdom. You're going to try to fight with Yahawashi when he comes back. We go into that, but you're going to get stricken. It is drawn and cometh out of the body. Yea, the glittering sword cometh out of his gall. Terrors are upon him. So even Job, the vision he got of this place being destroyed, was the same vision that Nahum got in this, and he described it as a glittering sword as well. It says, "And all darkness shall be hid in the secret places, and a fire not blown shall consume him. It shall go ill with him that is left in his tabernacle. The heavens shall reveal his iniquity, and the earth shall rise up against him. And the heavens have revealed it, because when Yahawashi comes, when he comes from the spiritual realm, which is the fourth dimension, into this dimension, which is the third dimension, out into the heavens, which is the first heaven, and you see him in the skies, in your vision, you see the chariots. That's how he's going to judge you. Matter of fact, let me read up. It says, the heavens shall reveal his iniquity. Because when people see this, they're going to be like, damn, everybody going to know, you're going to know that this is the Most High doing this. You're not going to be mistaken. It ain't going to be, oh, there's aliens coming. Everybody's going to know. The Most High is going to put it in everybody's mind that this is him doing this. This is the Most High. Even Esau, even you fools out here that go around saying you're atheist and you don't believe in the Most High, you're going to know. You're going to know that this is the Most High doing this to causing all this to happen before your eyes. The heavens going to judge you and reveal your iniquity, because it's going to be like, damn, he's doing that to them. They had to be wicked. You know, people are going to know. And then and fear shall come upon them, and then they're gonna get in line, like the scriptures say. All those that wish that he shall not reign upon them, bring hither and slay them before me. People are gonna have a choice that they're gonna have to make. I'm talking about people across the earth.
Don't play loud music or take up more than one seat. If you're standing, please keep doorways.
Verse 28.
Moving to the center of the car.
The increase of his house shall depart, and his goods shall flow away in the day of his wrath. This is the portion of the wicked man from the Most High, and the heritage appointed unto him by the Most High. So this is a sentence. This is a sentence, a judgment, and an execution that's going to be assigned by the Most High and executed by the Most High. You're not going to be able to. Ain't no appeal to this. So Esau let you go, like you get a judgment, and then he lets you sit right on death row, and then you have your lawyers appeal for you to try to get another hearing, so you can go to court and try to present your case all over again to try to prove innocence, or maybe to appeal to a lesser sentence. That's what happens in his court system, and it don't happen that way with the Most High, and it's not supposed to be that way. If you're tried and proven guilty, execution, swift judgment is supposed to happen. You ain't supposed to let a man sit on death row for 20 years just to get lethally injected. You know, that's Esau making a person suffer through mental suffering. You know, because there's no suffering worse than mental suffering. They say that the anticipation of death is worse than death itself. So if you got a person knows that they're gonna be, it's like when you was a kid, man. Like, your mom called home and asked you, did you do your work? Did you do your homework? Did you do your chores? And you say, and you try to think you're gonna lie, then she tell you to put another relative, your brother or sister or somebody on the phone, and they get on the phone and they ask, did they do their homework? Did he clean his room? Did he take the trash out? Did he do his chores? No, mama, he didn't do them. Put his ass back on the phone. And you get back on the phone, and then your mom was like, she knew you was about to lie to her and try to run and hurry up and do it, but she already know that you didn't do it. Or your father, he already know you didn't do it, because he just asked your brother, your sister, or another relative, and they told the truth. So guess what your parents say? All right, when I get home, I'll whoop your ass. And then you got to sit there all day and not knowing what time, and every car that rolled by, that anticipation of the ass whooping actually hurts you, and it affects you more than the actual physical ass whooping. So that's what Esau does, man. Esau put you on death row and let you suffer for year in and year out. Then he turns around and give you when he finally goes to put you, to execute you, he gives you one last day of whatever meal you want, whatever movie you want to see, or whatever. This is a demon, man. Esau wicked, man. We can't wait till you get taken out, because there's people have become so. Stockholm Syndrome is a motherfucker, man. Esau has conditioned people to be like content and to be okay with all the wicked stuff. Like, he done turned everybody to head scratchers and head shakers. Like, what all the wickedness he do? All the wickedness that he does, he's conditioned people to just shake their head like, or scratch their head like, he did what? Let me let the confusion go by for a second. Yeah, so Esau, man, I don't know what's going on, but it looked like that fire truck had that siren go by just to turn around and drive into Denny's or Polo Loco or Taco Bell, like all these restaurants. I don't know, somebody could be fucked up, but it looked like they just wanted to go get something to eat. That's what happens here, man. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what goes on in this society, man. You know, turn on the siren and move everybody out your way so you can get faster to your food. But anyway, but Esau has conditioned people to just be content with all the wicked stuff that all the laws and all the different policies and everything that he pushes out there, you know. This past so-called New Year's Eve, all these different laws on January 1st went into effect. Everything that they passed, they just passed all kind of stuff. You know, and all of it is designed to take away your civil and liberal rights, to take them away. You know, whether it's taking away your rights to bear arms, to protect yourself and to get firearms so your family can be safe at night, whether it's passing laws to strip your ability to have so-called health care coverage that he penalized you for not having. Like, basically you gotta have insurance, and then if you don't have it, there's penalizations. That got reinstated now, if I'm not mistaken. I read on that now if you don't have medical insurance, at least here in the state of California, I don't know if that was nationwide, but I believe it was reinstated that if you don't carry health insurance, you get penalized for it. And when you file your taxes, they garnish your wages and your tax returns. You know, just and health. Let's just dive in on that also. If you're working and you're paying, because Esau had what is called Western medicine. That's your pharmacies, you know. That's all these different pharmaceutical companies that they get into their labs and they cook up all these. You know, they use herbs. The base of drugs and medications is based with some type of herb to help, but then they mix it with synthetics and chemicals, and that's what corrupts it. That's what makes it detrimental to you. That's why all these different side effects come when you take these medications. But he uses herbs so people can receive some sort of relief, and it turns into a placebo or a mental thing because they think that drugs is really helping them, but it's giving them some type of relief, but it's also causing other symptoms or other areas in your body. It's causing dysfunction. It's giving your body it's becoming unwhole. So you're gonna, down the line, suffer a different illness by taking these medications, right? And so you have what is called Eastern medicine, which is herbs, natural remedies, and natural sources of the earth, herbs, you know, minerals, different things that are natural that the body accepts. Because when the body is receiving these different drugs, the body is it's a foreign substance to the body, so the body can't really always process this stuff. That's why it causes issues in your organs or causes other bodily issues, because you're taking something that's foreign to the body. We're of the earth, so when you take something from the earth and put it in your body absorbs it. Your body can receive it, and it will help. It'll help you. You will have benefits from using the natural Eastern medicine, right? Which is based upon, herbs and natural holistic remedies. There's doctors out there that are naturopathic, homeopathic, holistic physicians. Not a doctor. Doctor is basically falsified, it's witchcraft. But a physician means healer. So the physician is all these herbalists and these people who take a natural approach, detoxing the body, cleansing the body of toxins, all these things. That's a natural approach. So you go to work and you pay into healthcare coverage, right? Now, healthcare coverage is not the doctor. That's not the hospital. This is how wicked this man is. This devil is, man. There's insurance companies. You're paying into your insurance premium, right? But yet still, because the FDA have not approved herbs, because they're not going to approve herbs, because herbs don't need approval. They cannot tax herbs. You cannot tax something that was naturally grown from the ground. You can only tax something that's been patented. That's why the pharmaceutical companies develop these synthetic drugs, and they put a patent on it, and they take it through clinical trials at the FDA, and the FDA approves it. Most of the time they pay the FDA off to approve it, but they pass it. Then it gets placed on the market, so these doctors, which are they receive a portion of every time they prescribe a drug to you. So if you have something like high blood pressure and you go to the hospital, so-called to your doctor, right, to come falsify and lie to you, they always get on your case about, are you taking your medications? Are you up on your medications? Because they need you renewing your they need you taking it so the bottle gets empty so you can renew that prescription every month, because they get a portion. The doctors get a portion out of each pharmaceutical drug that they prescribe to you, that you go and fill, and your insurance company pays for you to receive. And that's why you pay a portion and your insurance company pays the majority of it, right? And that's how the pharmaceutical companies earn billions of dollars, because people, as long as you're popping pills, they're cashing paychecks. Your doctor is nothing more than a legal drug dealer. That's pretty much what it is. They legally can go in the building and the government gets their portion, and then they can tax it, and then they can receive their portion, and they make it legal for them to issue out drugs to you. But the man on the corner, which he ain't no better selling drugs on the corner, the government can't get their taxes out of them. So that's illegal, so they put them in jail. But your doctor does the same thing that the dude on the corner said. Your dope man on the corner does, right? It's the same concept. But back to the point, we have these pharmaceutical companies put these drugs on the market. Esau allows it through his policy. The scriptures tell you it's an unrighteous decree that spoke of in Isaiah 10:1, and it's through his policies he changed laws. This is what this devil does, and the scriptures describe your identification. If the scriptures had identification, which we know it does, but if it had actual, like if a book came out, they had placed the ID, like a photo ID of what applies to what people in the scriptures, the Hebrew Israelites would have Jake, you would have so-called Negro, Hispanics, and Seminole Indians, and North American Indians. Those scriptures would have that picture applied to it. All the wicked stuff you see in the scriptures would have a so-called white man's ID. His face will be placed next to those scriptures. And the unrighteous decrees that you be putting out, that's you. Your ID fits that. All the policies that you put out, your ID fits that. Like the policy, when I say a policy, you have an insurance policy, like back to the point I was trying to make, you have an insurance policy to allow you to get health care coverage, right? How is it in this man's society, you can pay into an insurance policy, but you can't receive medical attention from whom you want to get it from. You got to get it from the hospitals. You got to go to his pharmacies and get these drugs. They want to pump these drugs in them because they claim it is FDA approved. But if I'm paying into a policy to insure me, shouldn't I be able to go to a holistic physician if I want to receive? If I feel that he can help me with my physical ailment, with my condition, my disease, you know what I'm saying? If I feel that he can help get rid of toxins and help detox and cleanse my body so I can be whole, so I can be healthy, so I can operate on a day-to-day basis without pain and suffering, shouldn't I be able to go to that? Shouldn't my insurance company go pay for whoever I want to see and receive my physical, my medical attention from? Not in this wicked, not in this man's kingdom, not in his wicked society. All this is set up for you. You can't even go see who you want to see. You got to go to Kaiser, or you got to go to all these different medical hospitals, these facilities, with their doctors in there telling you what's wrong with you. And the funny thing about it is, if you go and you don't know what's wrong with you, you just go to the doctor and you tell him, these are my symptoms. He go in the back, put your symptoms in the computer system, and a list of stuff pulls up of the possibilities of what you could be suffering from, or what's your disease or ailment, and that's how he diagnosed you. Then he runs further tests, and then he gets certain tests, and he decides, okay, this is what you have. This is your diagnosis. You're diagnosed with high blood pressure. You're diagnosed with diabetes. You're diagnosed with whatever ailment or disease or condition that you have. And then there's a list that pop up of different drugs that he can assign for you to start taking. And he'll put a prescription. And you best believe he's going to go to the top of the list that's going to give him the most revenues, or give him, because like I was saying before, when doctors prescribe you when they prescribe a drug for you, they get a portion of the money that their insurance company pays for you to receive those drugs. The pharmaceutical company gets the bulk of it, but a doctor gets a percentage of it. And depending on which percentage that he gets is which drug he gonna prescribe to you. And then if you start taking that drug and you come back a couple months later, hey doc, I'm having this weird feeling of, some symptom or something else that drug has caused you to start having. And you tell them about that, and you're like, I can't stay on this drug. It gives me nausea. I vomit up. I be vomiting. My body it's not, because within time your body's gonna reject that stuff. Then what happens? You just go back on that list and get the second. Okay, well, you know what? Since that drug didn't work for you, you know what you should do? Discontinue taking any drugs. There's certain herbs that help detox the body. Go out and get you some herbs. Get you a combination of herbs. Stuff that help detox and cleanse the body. There's a number of them. You can actually go and Google it, and it'll pull them up. And you can do a detox, get a cleanse, change your diet to a holistic diet. Start eating a more alkaline diet. And get out and exercise. Try that. You tried my drugs for 3 months. Try this approach for the next 3 months and see and then come back and tell me how's it going? How's it working out for you? That's if a doctor was in the right mind, they tell the patient that, but they're not gonna tell the patient that. Why? They're gonna tell them, okay, that drug didn't work. I got another drug for you. I'm gonna take this prescription down to the pharmacy, fulfill that, try that. They're not gonna tell you to do the right things. Things that you should do that's going to really help you. They're not going to tell you that. Why? Because if you do those things, you won't need the drugs. You won't need to fulfill any prescriptions, and therefore they're going to lose money. Pharmaceutical companies are going to lose money, and them as doctors are going to lose money. So all this I'm talking about, here you go. That's that fire truck, man. Fire truck got the food to go and shit. You see, they got their food, they ain't got the siren on them. That's crazy. But I'm bringing up all this to say that in this man's wicked society, There's nothing but mischief and nothing but wickedness that goes on, and which is why we need Yahawashi to come back. To get back on the point of the lesson, man, which is Yahawashi coming back. Because when he come back, all this in. He gonna put some... Yahawashi gonna do some things that you ain't gonna have no medications to help you with. We'll go straight to the spirit world. So this is 1 John. I'm gonna start at 1 John 2, and I'm gonna start at we'll start at 27. It says, "But the anointing which ye have received of him abide in you, and you need not that any man teach you, but as the same anointing teacheth you of all things, and is truth, and is no lie. And even as it had taught you, ye shall abide in him." Speaking of Yahawashi. "And now little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, we may have confidence that not..." Let me read that again. It says, "And now little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear," speaking of Yahawashi, "we may have confidence and not be ashamed by him at his coming." And that's why you had the fear of Yahweh Yahawashi to go out here and do this work, man. Present, matter of fact, I'm gonna get a quick precept right quick. It's Romans 12:1. It says, I beseech you, brethren, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, wholly acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. This is our service. This is our reasonable service to put our lives on the line. Present our bodies as living sacrifices. Anything can happen at any given time. You know, you had when Paul used to go out, and Paul, who wrote this scripture, when he used to go out, riots used to break out. Why was riots breaking out? Because the people didn't want to receive what he was bringing, the message that he was bringing. The same thing with the prophets of old. They put the prophets to death. This is a dangerous, reasonable service that we've signed up for. So we present ourselves as a living sacrifice. Man, our bodies as a living sacrifice, which is our reasonable duty. We got another precept. This is Luke 17:10. It says, "So likewise ye, when ye shall have done all the things which are commanded you, say, we are unprofitable servants. We have done that which was our duty to do." So when the Most High has given us this beautiful calling that He's called us to the forefront to do, get on the front lines, taught us, gave us the faith, gave us the name, armed us with the name, gave us a shield, which is the name, and the holy angels, and that righteous hedge of protection about you, and to go out there because you've given the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and to go out and push the truth, right? That's when we signed up for this, that became our reasonable duties, to present our bodies as living sacrifices. So when He comes, we're supposed to have that confidence, man. Like, you know, I changed my life. I stopped doing all the stuff that I was doing when I was in the world. That the world didn't have a hold on me anymore. You freed me of that. And I've been going out doing the work. I've changed my lifestyle, and I do the work, and I praise you, and I give you all the glory, and I bend my knee and bow my head unto you as a servant. So have that confidence when He comes. When He appears, you're gonna be scared. Just you know what I'm saying? Because our spirit is up under this flesh, and so you're gonna have that scared. But you did what you were supposed to do. So have that confidence. I'm gonna read that again because this is vital. "And now, little children, And this little children, when he said little children, he's speaking to the elect. He's speaking to the 2/3. The rest of the nation that ain't even paying him no mind. He didn't give that to them. He didn't give them the ear to receive. You know what I'm saying? That's what he say. Those that have an ear, let them hear. He didn't give them the ear of understanding to receive this truth. So when he's speaking to little children, he's speaking to his elect. That little sanctuary, the small remnant. That's who he's speaking to. It says, and now, little children, abide in him, that when he shall appear, ye may have confidence and not be ashamed before him at his coming. So you want to have that confidence and not be ashamed. You know who's going to be ashamed? Those who are 2/3 are going to be ashamed. And then those who are supposed to be in the truth, but you're not pushing the truth. You're not living right. You're not doing the things that you're supposed to. When you're going to say, Lord, Lord, haven't I cast out demons in your name? And he said, depart from me, you workers of iniquity. I never knew you. Those he's talking about, those they're supposed to be of the circumcision. Dudes who constantly do wicked shit and thinking the Most High don't see you. He see you. He see everything you do. There's nothing you do that he don't see. Matter of fact. Got a couple precepts on that. This is Sirach 23, and I'm gonna start at verse 18. It says, a man that breaketh, Salaki, let me start over. See, let me start at verse, matter of fact, I'm gonna jump down. I'm gonna jump down to verse 19. It says, such as a man only feareth the eyes of men, and knoweth not the eyes of the Lord, are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men, and considering the most secret parts. He know all things ere ever they were created. So also after they were perfected, he looked upon them all. This man shall be punished in the streets of the city, and where he suspected not, he shall be taken. So those people out there, if you out in this truth and you're supposed to be doing right things, righteous things, and you steady doing wicked things, you steady defying what the Most High said, you steady trying to defy the Most High, you know, you devious, and you know, there's all kind of stuff that guys could be doing, you know what I'm saying? Even those, you got guys out running around here wearing fake looking bulletproof vests, putting that spirit out there, putting that vibration out there, that carnal vibration, you know, like you don't, it really is a lack of faith, man, because if you got to run around and go to camp with something that looks like a bulletproof vest, why would you want that on you? Why would you put that vision out there? You know, you ain't supposed to even worry about nothing like that. Somebody come up and they get to shooting and the bullet touch you, man, that was the will of the Most High. And guess what? He can still keep you. He can make you whole. You recover. That's honorable for you to be out on the highways and suffer something like that. You have a brother that got stabbed out in camp. All these things is nothing but honor on your belt towards the Most High. Said present your body 11 sacrifice. If you get shot at camp, you get stabbed at camp, you get jumped at camp, you get beat at camp, beat up or whatever.